Welcome back to the Bold North Sports Podcast, episode 15 here. This week is going to be a little bit more depressing than last week. Just sucks.
It's the highs and lows of the NFL season.
Right.
It's Halloween season.
Kirktober.
Trick or treat. We got the trick, not the treat this week.
I think we got a trick and a treat.
I'm more worried about the trick than the treat.
Yeah, I think the trick really got us.
The treat lasts for 48 or 24 hours, and the trick might last for 9 games.
Right. Yeah, what we're referring to is Kirk Cousins. Just sucks.
Achilles injury. We'll learn more tomorrow about it, I'm sure.
Right.
Maybe Tuesday. We'll know by Tuesday morning. Day of the trade deadline and Halloween. Cam Mansky's favorite holiday.
I don't know about that. But, yeah, Kirktober has officially ended. Threw for 1,200 yards. Handful of touchdowns. Completion percentage was great.
Top 5 quarterback. And now he's probably done for the year.
Yeah. I strongly believe he would have been in the MVP conversation.
Well, if he wasn't, I don't know.
I mean, he was at the top of every stat line as far as passing, touchdowns,
completion percentage.
I mean, he was first, second,
QB
or third.
Hits.
You know, the line played pretty well today. He only got sacked once. The other was because of his Achilles. Just once he finally gets a competent offensive line, this happens, and
stud receivers.
It's just unfortunate, especially. And Addison played really well today against Jaren.
KJ played well.
You know, it's just
Hawkinson played well.
It's unfortunate. Everybody played really well today. Even Madison, when maybe there were times that he was down a little bit, he had a few solid runs. And I mean, the Packers' run defense is not the greatest, but you know they did pretty well today.
Yeah.
But you move on. You just simply have to. You can't grieve about it and complain about it. Stuff happens in the NFL, and unfortunately it happens to just such a great dude, such a great locker room guy, and
team's MVP.
Right, and there's a lot of guys after the game that were definitely, very upset about Kirk's injury. And Kirk, we've expressed it maybe a few times. Kirk's a pretty durable quarterback, and
very durable. Sometimes
you forget to knock on wood for that kind of reason, and unfortunately that happened today, So, and it wasn't anything because of a lineman or anybody missing their responsibilities. It just sometimes that stuff happens, and even on natural grass today in Green Bay.
If it would have happened at turf at U.S. Bank Stadium or anywhere, it'd be the whole turf saga again. But like you said, it happened on grass, so it's just another injury, and nobody will really say anything about it.
Kind of feels like August 30th, 2016 all over again.
Or the Washington game in 2012.
Right.
But, 16 and now are very well, because in 2012 the Vikings weren't very good. So it didn't really, affect anything, but,
Yeah.
This Kirk getting hurt, it's a huge blow to this team. Because this team is probably better than last year's team, more complete. The defense can play this well. We've been doing this the last 3 weeks without Jefferson too, so
right.
It's just the timing is so bad.
Yeah, I think that. You're honest. You're 100% right there. This team has been so much better, and there will be little mental mistakes here and there. I think the special teams is. Especially today with Jay Ward happening that twice, but not to get off course, but just defense has been playing outstanding. Mekhi Blackman played really well today. I was very impressed. Caleb Evans
played well.
Caleb Evans had a horrible day. He just couldn't. A few flags thrown on him. We
just want to say this too. The Packers receivers can't catch.
Oh,
they cannot catch the ball. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, that Reed kid had a couple drops.
Yeah.
It's wow, how are you? I get you're young, but still, you got to learn when you're 5 years old playing catch with your dad in the backyard. Just catch the ball, and they just seem to not be able to do that.
I know Jordan Love is bad, but you got to give the guy a little bit of leeway because of the amount of drops that his receivers had today.
You know what's going to happen is Green Bay is going to be bad enough to get a good quarterback.
Yeah, because, I mean, believe it or not, Jordan Love's already in that kind of extension range in that fifth-year option territory, and, you know.
I think he's a free agent next year.
No. Unless if they declined it. I don't know. It's his third year. So, or his fourth year, actually. So, I don't know. It's just tough, and I don't know. We can get into this segment in a little bit, or we can right now.
I just want to say one more thing really about the Kirk injury. It's my fear now that Kirk's done is Jefferson going to come back? Is that for sure going to come back? Because if Jefferson comes back at 75, 85%, and he's getting the ball from Jaren Hall, all due respect to Jaren Hall, that's not Kirk. Jefferson loves Kirk, we know that, but what's the point for Jefferson if he just knows that we're not going to win to come back and just be like, I'll just get ready for next year when we know the quarterback? Because Jaren Hall more than likely play the rest of this season out, but I doubt next year, game one, he's going to be the starter. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's Kirk, because his last pass cannot be him tearing his Achilles. It just can't be in a Vikings uniform. Mm-hmm. Me and you both probably think this. Hopefully this isn't the last game we see Kirk this year.
Yeah.
We got to keep some optimism. But, for Jefferson, I wouldn't set in stone that he's going to come back, because what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that as far as now, you just hope that it isn't anything. I hope it isn't a complete tear. But really, that's the only optimism you can really have.
The one optimism I have is if you look at the video of Rodgers' Achilles and Kirk's, it doesn't seem like Kirk's ruptures as much as Rodgers does.
Yeah.
Rodgers, you can vitally see it, or Kirk's is you see it, but it's not as bad as it is.
Right.
Like Ryan Benzant said it best, it's never as bad as it is or as good as it. How does he say it?
It's never as bad. It's never as good as it seems. Never as bad as it seems.
Yeah, we never had the good part.
No.
It was only bad.
Yeah. So it was never as good as we thought it was. Yeah, but to get back on track, it just sucks. Especially a guy like him, he doesn't deserve that at all.
No.
And he was playing his best season so far, and now it's cut
just
short.
Think about granted, Kirk's probably done for a month either way.
Yeah.
And if you thought the next game when Jefferson comes back, how juiced this offense would have been. Kirk's balling out, Addison's figuring it out. Finally, he's the wide receiver one, and Jefferson comes back and makes it just awesome. And then now it's Jefferson will still help Jaren Hall if he comes back, but not as greatly affected as if Kirk was under center.
Yeah.
I think. Because I think if Jefferson came back to Kirk, it would have been Jetta's 2K is back on track.
Right. Yeah, he played so well today. I mean, he was very accurate. The dime that he had to Jordan Addison.
That is a prettiest ball. I said it right away. I'm that ball is so pretty.
It was perfect.
Addison had he had hit him right where he needed to. And throw him behind him. It probably intercepted or incomplete. Throwing too hard of him, incomplete.
Yeah.
But
the play where I think it was in the third quarter, he also threw it into triple coverage, but it was right where it had to be to Addison. Addison couldn't hold on to it, but just another great pass. I mean, it was Kirk was dealing today. A lot of good balls to Hawk too today, and KJ had a great drive in the third quarter. So it sucks losing one of the most accurate quarterbacks and just having also that chemistry between the two. And now you go to your fifth round, quarterback that you chose.
It's going to be him, right? Mullins is going to come back and take it, right?
I don't know.
That would be pointless.
Mullins is hurt. That's the thing.
So they're going to have to sign a quarterback regardless.
I don't know. I mean, we can. Let's dive into that. What do you think we're going to do?
No clue.
I mean, I think.
I hope, all crap, that Kirk's back in December or late November. You have to, because if you can stay afloat for 3-4 games without Kirk, but I think in the long term, if Kirk is done for the year, which is likely, it's not going to be good. We're not going to make the postseason, I don't think. I just don't think that Jaren Hall can come in. Because, I mean, if you think about it, the first 5 games, he wasn't even active.
Right.
And now you have to, like, turn to him to make competent big boy throws.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it's weird because he's from BYU. I mean, not that really matters, but he's already 25.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a rookie. He's, like, 21. So, like, next year, if we, like, re-sign Kirk and he's not ready for the beginning of the year, where we can just have him grow, I mean, he's kind of already, like, next year he'll be 26 already, which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, realistically, I think they're going to go sign a quarterback. Just, like, how good he is, that's the question you can really get into, because, like, Cam Newton's out there, Carson Wentz is out there, Matt Ryan's out there, TB12's out there. Like, there's a lot of names you could say, but we're Viking fans. There's never the name, like the biggest name, we never go get.
Right.
So that's, other than when we sign Kirk, it's usually they will sign a lesser option and be like, well, this guy's just as good as the top guy, but but he ends up not being.
I think that,
Tanner Morgan.
I think that they're going to go sign somebody because they need a backup. Because Mullins is still hurt, so you need another quarterback on the roster. But I don't think it's going to be the intention of them starting. I think Hall knows your offense in and out better than anybody you would try to sign. And you just got to roll with the cards that you were dealt. And I think Hall has a lot of confidence. I think that he's got a good arm. He's mobile, if needed. He's just gonna have to build some that he doesn't have right now with a lot of his guys, and Jefferson's gonna have to accept the fact that I'm not getting anything else from Kirk, presumably for the rest of the year, and he's just gonna have to live with it. And I think Hall knows that I kind of compare, ironically, as we're watching the Niner game, I kind of compare it to the Purdy situation. You got a late-round quarterback with a bunch of talent around him, a solid offensive line now. I mean, with Jefferson coming back, you got Jefferson and Addison, who are wide receiver 1A and 1B. KJ is starting to kind of get up a little bit.
Yeah, no.
A little bit, but he's there. Powell, of course. And then you got Hawk, I think Jaren Hall will be okay. I think that he'll be serviceable, and I think he could have a little similar situation to what Brock Purdy had last year with the Niners.
I agree. And the other nothing's good about this Kirk thing, but the contract might be a little better next year.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm not trying to say anything negative about Kirk,
that's the thing.
Money's got to go somewhere else. You got to pay CD. You got to pay Reisner if he sticks around for another few years, which I hope he does. And you got to pay. You got to pay. So you got to pay other people.
You got to pay Jefferson.
Yeah. You got to pay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I thought that was
where are we going here, Cam?
I thought that was a gimme. All right.
You gotta say it.
But yes, you do have to. You just have to pay other people, and it is unfortunate because Kirk definitely has a lot left in the tank.
So now this is the other thing, like we said, I think it was 2 episodes now. We probably mentioned it last episode, but you can't have any expectations for Jaren Hall.
No, you can't.
These last 9 games or whatever he ends up starting, you can't have any expectations. So Vikings Twitter, you can't say anything. This is what you guys wanted. This is what Vikings Twitter wanted.
Yep. All the Kirk haters
the circumstances aren't what we wanted, but this is what next year is what the front office and Vikings Twitter wants to do.
Yeah.
Where me and you are not like that. We want to both extend Kirk because why you can't play better than Kirk. This offense is going to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because every read Kirk is there, where Jaren Hall is going to take time. Like I keep going back to it, but no expectations for Jaren Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have any.
Now the offense kind of has to be a little bit more condensed, and it's going to be going at a slower pace.
It can't though, because the offense is too good to hold back Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson and Cam Akers.
But this is why I believe in Jaren Hall, because of all the guys he's got around him. I think that as long as he can get his reads down correctly and be able to make, as long as he can get the ball from point A to point B. I know he doesn't have the accuracy like Kirk does, but I think that as long as he gets it to him, and yeah, there might be some frustrations here and there, but Vikings Twitter, do not roast the kid immediately. Just let it be.
Did you see the person on Twitter today about Kirk getting on the cart?
Was it the girl?
Yeah, she put like
Tanisha?
LaMail or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you asshole. Like, really? Like, Kirk's the best quarterback we've seen in our lifetime. Second best quarterback in Vikings history, and you're just going to say that to him.
Yeah. No, that.
Just wish it would have been, like, something else. Achilles are so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just break your thumb or something. Because then we know you're out, but you can come back.
Yeah, because that and an ACL, that's it.
Let's get him on some ayahuasca. He'll be back for the playoffs.
Yeah, we're only hoping that it wasn't anything.
My two favorite quarterbacks this year tore their Achilles. Just a shame.
Aaron Rodgers?
Just a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it sucks. But you want to go over the negative performances?
Dude, I don't even know. I just, once Kirk got hurt, the wind in my sails just went down because he played so good the whole game. He played so good.
Mm-hmm.
There's really other than Caleb Evans, there's nothing really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we picked off Jordan Love. Jordan Love, we can talk about Jordan Love being negative because he is terrible.
Yeah.
All the Packers receivers are terrible. Jair Alexander, I hate you. And you got burnt today.
He did get burnt today.
I cannot. That's the other thing is, New Year's Eve, if Kirk's healthy, we kill Green Bay.
Right.
Because Jair can't cover Jefferson and Addison.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's also when you look towards next year. You kind of want Kirk back because, of how the emergence of Addison and how well he's playing.
I think, especially coming off an injury now, I think Kirk will take less money just because he'll be like, well, this is my chance to win. Because he could go get penny pinching and he could go to, Tampa Bay or somewhere and get the most amount of money and not win.
Right.
But he'll win here. This team is set up. This offense is set up for success for the next 5 years.
Right. And I don't think it's a matter of money anymore. I think Kirk's window, he knows it's slowly closing. And he'll
be 36 next year.
He's already made over $100 million in his career. I don't think he has to worry about money anymore.
I mean, it'll be the greatest thing ever next year when me and you are at the Super Bowl parade and Kirk goes drinking a glass of milk. I can't. Jefferson's doing the gritty down Nicollet Avenue.
Because if you think that Jaren Hall's ready to take over the reign next year, he's not. He just simply isn't. And
dude, I just wish, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just wish now they would, because if he's done for the year, you extend him and Jefferson. And then if you lose out or you lose a lot of games, you pick the best player available at whatever you pick, and you just make the team even better. Because you're gonna show right now. This is the greatest thing. Not obviously, it sounds terrible saying this, but this is the greatest thing to happen because you're gonna show right now how valuable Kirk Cousins is to this team and how much we need him. Yeah. That's how it's gonna be, and I think Kirk knows that. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, Hall should not feel like he needs to be pressured to fill those shoes or anything. He just has to be able to get our guys the ball.
Hall's a band-aid. Yeah, pretty much.
They'll make plays for him. They will. He just has to get the ball out and make the correct read, and they'll make plays for him. They definitely will. It's not a situation where Kirk has been making all these guys look good with nobodies, and now Jaren Hall has to come in and do that for him. I mean, this is the best offense for a rookie quarterback to come into. I can't express it enough that this is exactly what happened in the Niners last year.
The one good thing about this, I don't know what I was gonna say. I blanked. You go.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this is exactly what happened. They may not have been in this 500 situation like we are because this game was the game where, if we lose, okay, now maybe we can think about packing it in maybe potentially because we're holding a playoff spot. But now that we've won, we're full, gas, foot in the pedal. We're going, especially with the stretch that we have of some very winnable games. And I'm not going to count Jaren Hall out. I think that the kid has talent.
Wow, that
was a horrible throw by Purdy. I think the kid has talent. He's got confidence, and I think he's a really smart kid. He's got a good arm. Like I said, I feel like I'm saying the same stuff for him, but it's not like I don't believe in Jaren Hall. I don't think that the Vikings are going to go out and get somebody, but it's only because they need somebody else on that roster if Nick
Case
Mullins
Keenum
isn't going to come back. Yeah, run it back with Case Keenum.
We got some unfinished business, baby.
Yeah, clearly.
Let's go into Philly this time and kick the crap out of them. The one thing that Jaren Hall brings that Kirk doesn't bring is the mobility.
Right, yeah.
Jaren can move, and it's a lot different. Like today, in my opinion, he didn't look very good, but also he's not in the game plan. So if you get him a week to game plan, like you said earlier, you pick him for a reason.
Yeah.
You pick him for a reason.
Right. Yeah, I think that I think as far as next year, I think the Vikings they're going to pick a quarterback no matter what. I do like your best player available approach because, hey, there might be a lineman sitting there.
Center.
Or a defense.
Good God, center. We need a center.
Yeah, or a defensive lineman that's sitting there. But
yes,
the Vikings have I don't think all those quarterbacks aren't going in the first round. I mean, you can sit in the second round and still find somebody.
Yes, like J.J. McCarthy.
I
mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to leave Kirk. Kirk's last pass cannot be him tearing his Achilles in Minnesota. It just can't be.
Right, because
he's brought so much to this franchise.
Mm-hmm. And arguably, he's the best quarterback the Vikings have had in their entire existence.
Well, Fran.
I mean, we didn't see Fran play, but he's the best quarterback we've seen. I started watching in 2010. Saw Favre, but, Favre was obviously at the later point of his career. And
I started watching in 2004.
Oh.
Yeah. Watching Viking games my whole life. And every single year, every single time, and every year comes more frequent. We're cursed. You cannot say anything else about it. Mm-hmm. The team is on fire 3 in a row. Right? We've won 3 in a row. 3 in a row. We're on a good streak. You just come off beating the Niners at home. Probably a top 10 game in U.S. Bank Stadium's history so far. And then this happens. You really? Come on. Mm-hmm. It's just 1 year. What a MVP quarterback beat Minnesota. Because I think if Kirk wins the MVP this year, which if he keeps playing like he had all year, shouldn't be a question that he should be top 3 in votes. Mm-hmm. And then the QB controversy could be over and we just re-sign him. But, we're cursed, Cam. We're cursed. And it's not even just this team. It's every team. We're cursed.
Yeah.
Why did we choose this team? God. It's just every single year something happens, and it's like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Like last year, we win all those one-score games, and then the Giants, you just don't show up.
Right.
Part of that was because Ed Donishell doesn't know how to come up with a defensive scheme. Mm-hmm. Flores can actually do that.
Yeah.
The best thing is, though, is if you get a top 15 pick, and you let Brian Flores pick his defensive guy, because he's going to be here next year. I don't think he's going to get a head coaching job.
Right.
Just because of the slow start.
Sure.
So if you can get him to pick his defensive stud, yeah, let's go. Mm-hmm. Kool-Aid McKinstry. That would be great. Because every time it's Evans is good, but he's not great. Mm-hmm. Or, see, that's the thing, though. If Kirk doesn't get hurt here, I would go, Denver, we'll give you our first-round pick for Pat Surtain. Let's run the table. Let's go. Now you can't do that because you're just you don't know what Jaren Hall is going to do.
Yeah.
Because Jaren Hall could easily go like what Purdy did, 7-8-0 in the first 8 starts, and we could.
And you gotta go with the.
But even if he does do that, Kirk should be the starting quarterback.
Right. At least there should be some negotiation as far as, hey, we want you back, but we need you to kind of, we can't have you take a bunch of money from us.
He won't. He wants to win.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, I'm 5'8", white, not really athletic. You're 6 foot, you're a little bit more athletic than me, but I think if me and you both were in the NFL, we'd want to win first. I could care less. Dude, you think about it. You make $500K? That's such a good living playing football. Like, I would want to win. Like, I would do anything to win. Like, I don't get why people don't think that.
Right.
I just think money ruins sports.
Like for a quarterback who, like Tom Brady, took $10 million towards the end of his career.
Look what he did. Look, he won, dude. Like, that's... Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time because Tom Brady just realized, like, money's cool. Like, I'm still making $10,000. And when you're on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you make $10,000 off of that, too.
Yeah, you still got
or $10 million, I'm sorry. But, like, it's just, like, you got to. You got to win.
Is it not enough?
Oh.
It's just...
I mean, yeah, $10,000 would be great, or, like, $40,000 would be great, but I'll take $10 million and 4 Super Bowl rings.
Right, yeah.
Like,
it's just... Yeah.
I guess I don't like all these superstars now signing the big contracts. Like Joe Burrow, like that just closes your window for everything.
Right, like he wants to keep Chase and Higgins and Mixon, but
like
that's not going to happen.
For Jefferson, like he deserves a big contract, but what if Jefferson comes to you and be like, I only want $15 million a year. Just build a team around me. Let's win.
That's a bargain, but yeah.
Like $20 million, $25 million. Like I just want to win. Like why doesn't anybody like normalize that?
Right.
Like, everybody wants to be, like, the highest-paid receiver. So Jefferson will get the highest-paid receiver, and then Chase will get it the next year. Like, what's that? Nothing changes. Like, Jefferson's the second highest-paid receiver until the next year. Then he's the third highest. So it's...
Like, Kirk was the first. He was the highest-paid player.
And now he's, like, the 15th paid quarterback.
He's not even in the top 10.
And he's a top 5 quarterback.
So it really is only relevant for that one season.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's... I don't know. Athletes want all the money that they don't know what to do with, and
Thielen had 72 yards again today.
But
like that's even him, Thielen. Like he's a hometown kid, and he couldn't take an $8 million pay cut to stay here. He has to make all this money. Like really, like you really want to go to Carolina? Look what you're doing in Carolina right now.
Right.
He's balling out, but Carolina's terrible.
Yeah,
and they don't even have their first round pick. Like it's like really. I just don't. I think money ruins the games of sports. That's why. And before the NIL deal, it was more fun to watch college. But now NIL, it's the same thing.
Right.
You're telling me Caleb Williams isn't gonna like declare for the draft this year because he's gonna make more money at college? That's just messed up.
Right.
It's not right. You can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's
like how is your dream for Caleb Williams? How is your dream not to be in the NFL? Like why would you stay in another year
as quick
of
as
college
possible?
And you could get hurt next year.
Yeah.
And then you get down to the 15th pick.
Right.
And then
you don't get the money. Yeah.
It's like, I don't get it. I just really don't get it.
Well, next week we got Atlanta, going to Atlanta.
See, like usually, like now, last week at this time, you sit here, that's a win because you rely on Kirk. You relied on Kirk to get to this point right now. And now you don't know. You still don't have Jefferson. If you have Jefferson, yeah, you probably mark that down as a win, but you still don't have Jefferson. So it's...
Because Addison now has to go against Terrell, who is another good corner. You know?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
A.J. Terrell.
They have Jesse Bates, too. Like, they're a sneaky team down there.
Their defense isn't bad, but their offense is... I mean, it's okay at times. You got to look out for Bijan and Pitts. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a close game and we lost off of a Younghoe Koo field goal or something like that. You know, it's just kind of how things are now. But I'm not going to mark it as anything right now that Kirk is out.
We're going to stop doing that? Remember week 1?
What?
I'm sorry, I keep bringing up week 1.
No, I'm not going to mark anything now.
It just sucks, dude.
There's no guarantees in sports. No guarantees anybody can beat anybody. So he just did the Jefferson first down celebration. Ayuk. Wow. Glad you're taking inspiration from the best wide receiver in the NFL. I'm pretty sure Tyreek's already at 1,000, actually.
Yeah.
But
Jefferson clears.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough. It's hard to...
Every year, Cam, something happens. Every single year.
Mm-hmm. This time it was the middle of the season. Last year it was the final game of the season. It's just nothing can ever be perfect. Nothing can ever go the way that we want it to.
The one thing I will say, with Gus turning the Hall now, I hope we go on an absolute heater or we just lose out.
Yeah,
I hope we don't go like 4-3 and sneak into the playoffs and then lose in the playoffs. Like that's what I hope doesn't happen. Like either if Hall comes in there and just lights it up, good. But if he doesn't do good, that's A-okay. Like I hate looking forward to the draft, but that might happen because we only get 17 Sundays every year. Mm-hmm. You only want football season's only 9 months out of the year.
Yep.
Like it sucks.
Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I believe in Jaren Hall. I think he's got the pieces around him to succeed, and if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
I'm just saying this too because I know it's a trade deadline. I would still trade for a center.
Yeah, you're still gonna buy.
I would buy a center, like a young center. I would give up a second and like a 5th round pick for a good center, and then flip Cleveland for like a 6th or 5th round pick.
Yeah, well,
Like
I think Cleveland is worth a lot more than that. I think he's worth at least a day 2 pick because he can play left tackle and he can play left guard.
I mean, I just don't like. I mean, even if you buy now, just buy young. Don't buy old. Just
Right.
buy young for the future because we need a center. We're gonna need a center in the offseason. Like, there's just some things you can still buy. Mm-hmm. I mean, other like the trade I would have made would have been the Pat Surtain trade, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
That would, dude. How sweet would that have been, Cam?
Oh, I know.
We just trounce Green Bay in Green Bay, and then the Tuesday we get the alert on our phone, and I call you, and we're screaming like little girls at a T Swift concert. Oh my God, we got Pat Surtain.
Right.
Good
yeah.
God, I would cry.
Yeah, I'm either that. Jeffrey Simmons from Tennessee would be great to have somebody wreck the middle. Yeah, I mean, corner or D-line or center or anything, we're good at our skill positions. I think we're fine there.
Well, corner, you can classify corner as a skill position, but
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Well,
I mean, safeties were good, tight ends were good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Who do we go after Atlanta? Who do we play?
it'd be the Saints, and that's when Jefferson comes back.
Okay,
So,
maybe comes back.
yeah,
I mean, that's a thing to monitor, really.
kind of depends on what we do next week. I think Jefferson can really take it week by week. If he's like, well, if we keep losing, what's the rush for me to come back? If we keep
But I mean, the thing is, though, is he could come back and then just say, I want to go back on the IR, can he? Like, that way he's done for the year, right?
No, because, well, I don't know how that works, I guess. I guess I can't really make an assumption, but I don't know. I don't think that would be a kind of move that he makes. It'd be a very surprising move for sure if that was something that he chose to do. I don't know if he's that kind of guy. I mean, the Vikings are trending in a upward.
I don't even know what the trending is right now.
I mean, because I don't want to say it's plateauing, but you kind of have a
it's
little.
going down. It's going.
Have a little bit.
It's
of
going
this
like
going.
this.
Yeah.
Maybe a little downwards. Because that Kirk just. God.
It feels like a loss today, but we won by 14.
Yeah, dude. If I would have told you that we win in Green Bay by 2 touchdowns and it was a bad day, you would never believe me.
Yeah.
Because us growing up, we've been watching the games for, I would say, 15 solid years.
Sure.
13 solid years.
12, 13 years, yeah.
And we could never win in Green Bay, us growing up.
Right.
And now, we win in Green Bay, and usually we'd be jumping up and down, stoked, and we're sitting here our season might be over.
Because the one time it happened, we weren't playing Rodgers. It was like that Christmas Eve game or something like that.
The year we were really good.
Yeah.
2017, we played. Who was it? Was it Matt Flynn?
No, it was Deshaun Kaiser, I think, or something.
Well, yeah,
like
and then I guess we did win in 2020.
No, Brett Hundley. Sorry.
We won in 2020 there. Dalvin Cook went off.
Yep.
Then the last year we didn't win.
No.
We
saw that
if we
first
really
game.
think about it, so we can break this down because it's Packer week, or it was Packer week. So 2010, did we win? Got your phone? Oh, you don't have your phone.
No.
No, we're not doing that. We've lost more than we've won, and we win once, and it's terrible.
We've tied twice. I know that. 2016 and 2018 we tied.
2016 was brutal.
2017 we won, but I don't think we've won in Lambeau that much throughout our time watching.
No. Haven't really won in Philly that much.
No.
Haven't really... we're sneaky good in Dallas. We're sneaky good in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Well, where else are we sneaky good at?
We're sneaky good in... I would say...
Seattle? No.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's brutal.
No. Yeah, I would think you're right with Dallas. Dallas, we
We're
usually go
sneaky
there.
good there for some reason.
It's not bad.
Atlanta, the last time we were in Atlanta, we won. Jarek
won,
McKinnon did the Dirty Bird.
Yeah.
Remember that, 2017?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's a few places. I guess I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But, yeah, I feel like Dallas is a pretty good example there. But go to Atlanta, see what happens. You play another young team.
Just gotta, I mean, you got, the cliche is sit here and be like, yeah, you just gotta win. But it's every week, and now It's just, come on. The one time I'll root for the Broncos. I hate Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Courtland Sutton.
It's on my fantasy bench. Yeah, well, it's tough to talk about anything. Cause
I mean, I guess we could break down the deadline more. You think we'll do anything?
I don't think we'll do anything at quarterback.
Okay, let's see. The pre-Kirk, we can do pre-Kirk injury, post-Kirk injury. Do you think it changes a lot with Kirk getting hurt? Do you think if Kirk's still healthy, we buy a little bit more than we might? Like, we might buy. I still think we should buy.
I think the Vikings were going to buy either way. Because
you just got to buy young.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like, it's not, like, this isn't, like, if Kirk's, see, like, this is the difference now. If Kirk's healthy, because we can go on a heater, because the schedule is a little easier now, then you can go get, like, a more seasoned last year of the year veteran to push us over the edge. But now we don't need that. We just need to buy young and build the team up for when Kirko comes back in 2024, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the Vikings are still going to buy. They're going to. I think it's more so the defensive side. I think, but the offense really just needs to get it together sometimes, and I think it's more so Kevin O'Connell at times. And there are times.
This is another learning thing. Is Kevin O'Connell was never coached without Kirk.
Yeah, and also he puts way too much faith in Greg Joseph.
Greg Joseph needs to get caught.
Too many 4th and 1s today where you're settling for field goals. I mean,
that's the other. I didn't even think of that.
You gotta bury teams.
We both agree. Like Madden, and when I play Madden, I go for it like every time.
Yeah.
Field goals don't do anything. Like it's 3 points. It's the Vikings' luck is they go down the field and at least get the field goal right after we kicked it, or they score a touchdown.
Yeah.
You gotta bury teams,
especially against a bad team like Green Bay. You can't let them come back in the game, and they didn't. But
they did a little bit.
They had their opportunity to, for sure, and you can't give that to anybody because the Vikings could have probably won 31 or 38 to 10 today.
Oh yeah, we could have. We just let off the gas in the fourth quarter, but you just got to keep going. Granted, today it was a little different.
Yeah, of course.
You lose your franchise quarterback.
But you can't keep kicking field goals because it's another opportunity that you're gifting. And then also Jay Ward. Like, come on, man. You line up. I mean, there were 3 other guys, but he was the one who got called. But, like, seriously, missing a 35-yard field goal, you don't see that often.
Yeah, no,
Funny and, ironic how the brother of Daniel Carlson missed, pretty much the same yardage that he did 5
That was
years
the
ago.
same. Was it the same end zone?
It was pretty close.
Was it the same end zone? I mean,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it's just you don't see that often. And then that's huge. And then all of a sudden, I'm offsides, which literally you're taught right when you play football. Like, okay, you have to be on this side. You don't want for once kind of look and be like, oh, my head is 100% across the ball here.
That's true.
It's just like one of the small things that you may never think about, but it looks pretty dumb when you commit it. And it's happened twice with Jay Ward.
Twice.
So the game that we went to, and now this game, It's just stuff like that is
little things that they don't really improve on or stay the same at. They always
Right.
get worse at it.
now. If I'm a Packers fan, I'm heated with the amount of penalties that they had today. And
I mean, no, that's the thing though. Like, so I do the Barstool Bingo at the bars,
yeah,
and they're like all these Packer fans were mad that they were roughing the passer. It's like that's Rodgers' rule. Rodgers wanted, like, that's what happened. You guys bitched about Rodgers crying all the time.
yeah. Well, it's also head to head. Like
Kirk got killed like twice
yeah,
with it. The one that was called, and then the other one. Did you see the other one? Mm-hmm. Where he got just absolutely destroyed. I think it was on a touchdown.
Yes.
I think it was on Hawkinson's touchdown.
Yeah.
He got absolutely destroyed, and there was no flag. Like,
right.
really?
Yeah, they're trying to promote player safety, which is awesome. And when it gets called, it gets called. It's just how it is. You guys created that rule because you guys were unhappy with what happened with Rodgers, and obviously we don't have to go down that rabbit hole again. Or else
I would want one more thing I'll touch on
Sure.
about Green Bay. I love that Love is bad
Yeah,
because it is so funny. Because all the Packer fans like cry. It's like you can't cry, dude. I grew up watching Christian Ponder. Like you cannot cry.
it doesn't get any worse than
No,
that.
it can't.
No.
Joel Webb starting a playoff game in Lambeau. It doesn't get worse than that.
Yeah.
It just simply doesn't.
Just
You guys are crying because you guys are bad 1 year.
deal with it.
Like, oh, shoot, you guys can't go to the NFC Championship game and lose again. Wow. just don't even make the playoff. Like, it's really?
Yeah,
you
like,
can't.
if you
I
don't
love
wanna
it.
experience
And then,
that.
of course, our franchise quarterback gets hurt in Lambeau.
Yep.
That's the worst part about it.
Right.
He's in Lambeau. Like, come on. I hate Lambeau. It's a dumpster hole.
It is, yeah.
U.S. Bank Stadium clears.
Way better. Yeah, I wish that, I just wish that it didn't happen. I really don't. And
Well, yeah, obviously, nobody does.
I know.
Other than the one chick on Twitter.
Yeah.
And probably all the Packer fans probably like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. All the Kirk haters, like, they
How
climb
can you hate him? He goes in, shows up on Sundays, balls out, and then goes to Pizza Ranch with his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And then he goes to church. Like, how can you hate that guy?
Right.
And he does all the stuff in the community. He's like the last person on the Vikings I would want to get hurt.
Right.
And because he's just an MVP.
Yeah. Overall good dude. And
MVP on and off the field.
you knew right when he sat on the bench and he was...
Kirk, that's the thing, dude, is like Kirk never gets hurt. And when I seen him on the bench, I'm like, yeah, that's not good. It's,
Right.
And the other thing is, like, with Kirk, did you hear about Dalton Risner after the game?
Yeah,
Like-
Kirk asked if we won.
Like, dude, Kirk, you can't, like, I get it, you're a team guy, like, team first guy, but you just got to be like, I'm going to take the rest of this night. Hopefully we get good news tonight or in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that he asked right away, it's like, it's just, he's all about winning, dude. And that's why I want him back.
Yeah.
Keep saying it, but I want him back.
I did a lot of reflecting because these last 6 years that we've had him seem to have flied by. But
Well, we've done a lot in the last 6 years.
yeah,
Went 0-9 in football, graduated high school. We did
yeah,
a lot the last. Kirk's tenure, I mean.
yeah.
Kirk's really, if you classify like growing up, Kirk's a quarterback we grew up with.
Right, because he came here when we were freshmen, I think. Well,
Oh, earlier.
yeah, it's probably the
No.
end of our 8th grade year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came here.
It was the springtime in our 8th grade year.
Yeah, and then all throughout high school had him, and now, two.
Because I think it was our freshman year that we beat New Orleans in the playoffs.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, oh, he's on my bench. 2 years, now out of high school, and plus those 4, it's been crazy. And I feel like he's gotten better every single time, every
has.
single year.
And the offense around him's gotten better every single year. We went from Irv Smith dropping balls to TJ Hawkinson dropping balls.
Yeah, and I mean, he's taken so much blame that it was so unnecessary because when you look at it now, Kirk finally has a line. He finally has a good
Why?
defense.
That's the thing is, like, why? Let's run it back.
Right.
Like, let's give him his chance to do it. Because,
Yeah.
like, this year would have been his chance. And we could have won the Super Bowl, and
Yep.
then I would have been okay with picking our franchise quarterback.
When
But
all the pieces finally come together, one of them doesn't fit.
the
which
trajectory
is-
of the season is so weird. Because, like, 3 videos ago, we were like, yeah, I hate it here.
It's over with. But
And now
then,
it's like we start catching fire at the right time,
yeah.
and then Kirk's done, and
Right.
then we're
and then all
done.
of a sudden a thunderstorm comes by and puts out the fire.
It's just the Minnesota carousel of sports.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that if that's the case where Kirk finally comes back, I would be 100. It'll be quite the year to be excited for Minnesota sports, for sure. 2024, absolutely.
Dude, yeah, the Twins will be in the World Series.
The Twins, the Vikings run it back with an even better team. I mean,
God, yeah.
I'm not going to give up on the season, you know,
because
you don't know what happened.
I love Kirk,
right,
and it just sucks. Oh, is he talking crap?
I don't know. But then, you know, the Wolves, we still haven't really seen what they do. The Wild, you know, it's just next year's going to be a good year, especially when we're up there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But I don't know if I have anything else. I don't know if you do.
I really don't. We just got to wait and see the news of Kirk.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Episode 15.
Got to win in Atlanta. Or not Lambeau, but got to win in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Jair Alexander, I hate you. You suck. Jordan Love, I love that you suck.
Yes, it's great. You guys should really just develop him for the next 10 years and see if that works. Hold on to him for 15 years, please.
Yeah, so 15 years of mediocrity.
Yeah, exactly. I would really appreciate that.
You know what we're going to be in 15 years, Cam? That's so crazy to think about.
15 years will be like mid-30s.
No.
Yeah.
We'll still be in our 20s. No, we won't. Damn it. I went to the Crescent, Cam. Stop yelling at me. We'll be 33, 34.
I'm turning 20 in about exactly a month, by the way. I'll be turning 20.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll be 35.
I'll be 34.
35.
Holy cow.
Who knows how many kids?
What? Damn. Cam's getting active.
Beautiful wife.
Cam's getting active. I'll own the Vikings by then.
Will you?
Wolves, watch out.
Mark Ziggy, watch out. But yeah, that'll be it.
This podcast will be to the moon.
Yeah, we'll be rolling in the dough.
We'll have Cam Mansky the third on the podcast by then.
What about Cam Mansky Jr.?
Well, you'll have all boys. I guarantee you have all boys. And I'll get lucky and get all girls. I guarantee it.
You be a girl dad?
I guarantee it. I'll get all girls. I'll be like, are you kidding me? See, the pressure's on me, though, because I have to keep the last name going.
Yeah.
See, you're lucky. You have a little brother.
Right. Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not lucky like that. So you could get all girls, and your dad can't be mad at you.
Right,
Because Conrad's got to come in clutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, this is going in.
We'll see about that.
Unchained waters.
Yeah, this is that can be for another time.
You just got to keep saying it. Skol.
Go
Vikes.
Yeah.
This is a rough one, but we got through it.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys next time.
Oh, we didn't even do the socials.